Hey y'all, it's Crystal coming to you from the beautiful North Georgia mountains on this pre-spring day. Sun is shining. I've got my door and my craft room open outside, so you may hear the wind chimes or a rooster crowing or my dog moving around out there. But weather is so nice, and I have the house to myself today. The kids and my husband are on the lake fishing, so hopefully I won't have any interruptions unless he calls me on my phone, which I'm videoing. So I am getting ready to make a gift for my prayer partner at church. And I have pulled out this set of cards. Now, I don't have the box that this was in, but I'm going to show you what it was. This was the Paper Studio. This is a set I got recently. And I bought these a while back on super duper clearance. I mean, I paid $2.24 for these. I might have paid that for these 50 cards. I feel like I paid less though. So, and I may have a video on those. But anyways, so with that, you get 10 cards or 10 different designs and you get 5 of each. So I have pulled out one of each of the designs. And the theme of these, I mean, there's floral, but there's also bees in it. And then I even found something I didn't realize. I found some ladybugs on this one. So I have gone through and I have made some, I guess, ephemera. And I'm going to decorate these. And then I'm going to box them up and I'm going to tie them up and give them as a gift set tomorrow at church. So what have I prepared? Well, I have a couple of die sets, and I want to think maybe they're Memento. I think I got them at Tuesday morning. I've got 2 different ones. I think one came with it came with an embossing folder. So, and I've used it also. I've got some pieces with that on it. I do have a whole card front embossing folder in the honeycomb. And so I've die cut that. I also have just, I've pulled out some leaves. I took my white scrap cardstock and I always use circle punches on scraps too. So I had a bunch of yellow circles cut, and I know that I will use the yellow circles because I use them in daisies. So if I have yellow left, it usually gets cut into one of these circles this size because it fits perfectly on my flower punch. So I've made a bunch of daisies. You can see this is where I use the embossing folder, and then I cut it in strips. Using my die cuts, I have some beehives. Let's see if I can show you what all I got. Some flowers, some little honeycomb sticks. This was all out of things from my scrap bin. What else? I had the backing. There's some Be Happy. I've got some of those in yellow and in black. Now the black that I cut it was the back of a pack of doilies that I bought recently. And I got all these black things out of it. So there's just some hexagons, like honeycomb type shapes. I even kept the little hexagons out of this, just as extra little embellishments if I needed them. Let's dig down and get to the bees. Here we go. I've got a couple of different bees, because remember I have like 2 sets of die cuts. So I've got a small bee, a large bee, and then I've got this one. And I think maybe that one was from a different set or something. I don't know, maybe these 2 were from the same set and this one was a different set. But anyways, I've got all those cut. They cut really good out of the black backing. See, they've got white on the back. You can, like, you can probably see the barcode from the scraps that I used. Be Happy was one of them. So I've just been using my die cuts, getting ready. Yeah, didn't realize how much stuff I'd cut. But you know, when you start cutting a piece of paper, if it's a good color for that die cut, you might as well cut the whole paper. So, all right, let's get creating. Okay, I'm gonna stop. There's some flowers too. Sentiment-wise, I did pull out some happy birthday. I pulled out a ladybug I created the other day for a challenge on Ginger's Corner. We were to make ladybugs, and I had nothing ladybugs at the time. So this is a circle punch that this was a circle that I cut in half so it's overlapping. I have a hole puncher that's actually hearts, and then you can see how that's kind of cookie cutted together. The antennas is actually one of these flowers cut apart. So there's my ladybug. All right, and I have one of each of the cards. I only have one that has ladybugs on it, so I don't need any of those. All right, now this stack, oh, I'm just jumping around, y'all. This stack is actually cut from the box of the card set that I got. So these can be used as bases for your embellishment, and they match perfectly. I mean, because it's just the cards, usually like made in smaller versions. Sorry, I jumped around. The words or the sentiments that I have are just a variety. This was some kind of ephemera set that I had, some kind of mixed set. I don't know if I got it at a thrift store or Tuesday morning, somewhere super cheap, I'll tell you that. This was from a paper pad that had some bees on it. And so I kind of put all my bee stuff. I had it pulled out together. I bought a paper pad one time that was all, I want to say cut aparts, but they were actually, you could just punch them apart. So you can see I was able to punch this out. It says, "Oh, happy day." It's in gold foil. It's got a little bee on it. And so when I started getting the bee die cuts, I put all of my bee stuff together. So this has just come from a variety of things. That one's already matted. You're the bee's knees. This was a Dollar Tree sticker, and I just thought with the butterflies, I thought it kind of matched this, so I pulled it out too. We'll see. All right, and I have 10 cards here. We're gonna decorate them, and then we are going to make a box to put them in. All right, so eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm gonna do it. Let's do the ladybug one first. Because, you know, I was just really, and I wonder, no, that don't have ladybugs. This is the only one that's got ladybugs. The only way, in the back's printed too. It does have a little, the Paper Studio 2021 on here, so it's a couple years old, like I said. But I bought them super clearance, and just think, I mean, if I do sets of 10, I will have 5 sets of 10. I will have 5 gift sets, and 10 cards is a lot. So, all right, now let's see. I think I will take, so I wasn't sure about that when I put it in my embossing folder and then I trimmed off the edge, if it would reach all the way across. Probably not. It doesn't. So I will have to go down this way with it, but that's okay. Hopefully my glue is ready to go today. Which side do I want to do? I think I'm going to do that side up. You know, I hadn't thought about that. Like, is the outside raised or the inside raised? I'm going to do the outside raised. Oh, my glue's been sitting there. Just take my pen and kind of clean it out. And I can tell by I start getting liquid glue on my pen when I pull it out. You hear me talking, Daisy? You come in. And I'm just going to roll it all the way down there. See my boo-boo? I think it's paper cut. I was using my small paper cutter, my little guillotine that I like to use. Maybe pulling it out on this. I may have bumped the blade. If you can tell, I was cutting small things, so I took off the little guard here too. All right, so there's that. I'm gonna throw that away. It's a little dirty anyways. And let's see, we could put some flowers on it. This was kind of a unique color to match, so I didn't do any flowers there. And oh my gosh, I've been inking and I've got black ink around my nail. I'll have to clean that off. Also pulled out, like I said, some greenery. I think I will do some leaves. Let's do some of these that I've got matching on. And then, oh, remember I said it was a hard color to match, but I have these pieces that I know match it. This is a very busy card, so maybe one that's kind of plain looking. And you know, I'm thinking Maybe a Be Happy. Let's put one of those on here. I can even put it over here. Oh, there's a little Be Happy too. I think I'm gonna put that one on there. I do wish this one had a little cover to catch the pieces. Whoops. But then again, sometimes I like those and sometimes I don't, so that's kind of funny. And you know, I just thought I'd cut out, as I was cutting out, I have some of these little yellow flowers. Ooh, look at that yellow flower on that. How that just really pops on that blue background. All right. So there's card number 1. We'll set that aside. 9 more to go. You know, I think this will show up good on that. So I'm going to start with this. You know, once those creative juices start flowing, if you're like me, and that's why I like to get all my stuff together so that when I start creating, I'm not having to go back and die cut things. It's just all ready to go. You know, it would help if I put it on there straight though. Let's see. Oops, it's got a couple pieces I didn't get out. This really, I was afraid, you know, if it's not solid core paper, you end up with white sometimes. But, and this is kind of glossy, but it really die cut good. And I will say this was a pack of doilies that I got from the Dollar Tree. Got them for a doily swap, and then they ended up they were really too big for what I was wanting. See, that kind of clashes with that. Oh, I think I'm gonna save that one for that. I'm kind of laying my sentiments on different cards and seeing ooh, I like this one. Sweet as honey. Okay, I'm going to trim that off a little bit. I can see a little bit of color on the bottom. I wish I remembered, you know, which card set I got this one from. Sorry, I don't. You know? Well, that was not straight. Part of the issue is I didn't have my thing on. But you know, it's hard to get like cut really small things when you have this on. But it does hold it. I don't know if I'm going to try to cut it again. It does hold it down. If you saw when I was cutting, it was kind of lifting up. Oh, see how good that cut. All right, so let's turn it around now. And so I'm pressing down on that guard now. I have to press down on that to hold it in place. Oh, lots of little pieces. But that would be cute. And I'm just going to banner these ends. I was thinking today that if I've seen people take a square punch and do their little dovetails or whatever they're called. I do a lot of little bitty ones, and I just cut them by hand. But if I had a little bitty square punch that was just, you know, small and convenient, kind of like this, because I like this. It doesn't take up much room on my desk. And there is card number 2. All right, let's do this one next because I've already got my sentiment picked out. Now, I was thinking with this one, maybe using, this has got kind of a navy like leaf, but I was thinking some of these. And I've only got one of these. I'm not cutting more. Do I want it behind it? I think I want it behind it. I do have this, it's the same color, but I'm thinking maybe some green. See if we have any small leaves. No, I think it even needs that, you know? Let's put this down and decide if we need something else. What about a bee right here? That's what I'm going to do. Sometimes less is more. I hope y'all enjoy hearing all of my thoughts. All right. Lots of bees here. Lots and lots of bees. Definitely could use that as a base. Let's see what else I've got. Whoops. See if I can tell which side's the right side. I think that's the right side up. I think I'm going to use this as a banner. And this is one of the pieces I cut off the box. It's pretty thick, kind of glossy. It's not even on the back because where the box was made. Add this. Just like stacking up embellishments and creating, and put one of these then on that honeycomb. Just dabbing some glue around on it. And just layer, layer, layer. And then I'm going to put Be Happy right there. And we're going to call this one done. I think that's number 4. Kind of lost count. Now, could I add more to these? Yes. But want these finished today. I need to. I've got to make some more stuff for church tomorrow. I've got a form I have to make. I'm making something for somebody else. I got to cut. So, not wanting to spend all day on it. Okay. This one does have bees on it. Has leaves. Do these leaves fit and match? I think they could. Let's see if I got any more of that. I'm all the time cutting leaves, so my leaves are out of all different patterns. They're not all the same, definitely. Just anytime I have green, then I cut leaves. Need something maybe, this card don't have any blue in it though. All right, maybe this is where I will use a piece of this. So this is where I was using that embossing folder, and I thought I would use it maybe as like a base for an embellishment. And with the embossing folders, you can always ink them up too if you want to bring out the design even more. Those leaves are kind of big. Let's find some smaller ones. Or no, better yet, what about these? I'm trying to stay in camera more this time. But let's just look at oh, You're the Bee's Knees. And it has a little subtle bees on it. It's kind of got a little bit of a pattern on it too. But you know, I think it needs a background. I think it needs something around it to make it pop. So I'm going to, let me look at my scraps. I've got my scraps organized by, these are prints or patterns. I did that. It's got Hollywood on the back. Don't know that I will ever use that. I think that would match. Yeah, I like that better. I think that will make it pop. So, yeah, I try not to have to pull anything out, but, you know, sometimes you do. All right, so I'm going to use this little one here. And then no measuring. I have not measured anything. The only thing I measured when I was like prepping this is when I was cutting down these full sheets. I did like cut them consistent. Like some of them are 2 inches wide because it was 4 inches to start with. And then some of them are 1 inch wide. So I use the small one on the inside. I'm going to use the size just a little bit larger on the outside. One size up. And look at that. No. Now, still going to add something to it though. Thinking, do I want to add a flower to it? I think I'm going to add a flower. And then, you know, I keep using all my small bees. I'm going to have to use a big bee. Do I want to put the bee there or down here? I think I'm going to put it down here. I would like to put it in this corner, but there's already a little bee here and I don't want to cover it up. Oops. Got a couple of pieces. I tried to clear everything out as I was making, like I said, just so I can assemble and move on. Now, if I had some paper that matched this card really good, you could also like add things to the inside. And really, like, you could go through and add something as small as just adding this to the inside. So, I don't know, I may do that, but I don't want to get too involved. You can also do things like that to the envelope. Add some embellishments to the envelope. But if the person's going to mail them, then you don't want to mess up them mailing. Okay, I have not used one of these big bees. And I want to use a big bee. So I'm going to use a big bee. And what else? I don't really like the yellow with it. It's pink. Could do the white. Oops, I have this one ready. So I could do the B. And then, ooh, what saying do I want? Let me look at that before. Good day, sunshine. Oh, I have this B too. No, you let me create the one with the ladybug and not put a ladybug on it. That was the whole purpose. Oh, goodness. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Okay, I'll quit singing. I know nobody else struggles like this, do they? But it's pink. Well, kind of pink. What if I do something like that? Okay, now I have that song stuck in my head, and I don't know any more of it except Let It Be. I don't know what the name of the song is. All right, I'm going to put this in the side. I'll come back up. All right, this one has daisies on it. Daisies, daisies, daisies. Oh, my dog's going to come in here because she thinks I'm calling her because her name's Daisy. And see, my daisies have different circles, but I do want to use like the same daisies in the card. Or at least close. I'm just going to do a little set here, and then let's stick some flowers underneath. I only glued the center of the flowers, so that leaves me the sides that I can stick things under. I'm going to cut this off. That'll allow me to stick it up under there. And that just adding that extra green, there's not a whole lot of green in this, so it just, I think, makes it stand out more. Okay, so got those two on, and then I think I'm going to let this one be a happy birthday. Oops, stuck to my fingers. Do I have any green in here? Oh, look. This is from the paper pad that had the bees, and this is where I got some of my sayings. Let me pull that out. That's the, like I said, the cover off the paper pad. Nobody else cuts that up, right? I hope so, because I don't want to be the only one. That might work. I'm going to cull that out. Does anybody else get distracted when you're going through your scrap bin? I feel really good, though, that my scraps are down to this much. Okay, this is my colored or patterned. It's not my solid color. And I'm going to use something out of here. I'm not going to cut up something new. What about layering it on something dark? Okay, I think I like the dark better than either one of those. Anybody else struggle outlining banners? Not sure what the right way to do it. I should look that up. But I just go with it and don't worry about it. Now, I didn't put any bees on this, so there's something different. No bees. All right. This one has a lot of greenery, but it does have yellow in it. And that was kind of where I struggled with some of the others because they didn't have yellow. I think I'm going to go with this, or maybe I do want a wider one. This is a pretty busy paper. I think I'm going to go with a wider one. Remember, I'm stuck this way because my papers, after I used them in the embossing folder, they're not wide enough to go the other direction. And this card, I can't turn it this way. Some of them I could, but not this one. This one is directionally challenged. The paper goes one way. All right, I could even put that on top. Let's see what cut aparts I have. Trying to use up these things. I think, a good day sunshine. You know, I like that because it's got flowers on it. It's dark. It really pops on this. Now, I did not pull any other flowers out except, well, I didn't pull the daisies out. I made them. Could pop that up on foam tape too, but I'm making this to where if they want to mail it, they can. I could put my ladybug on this one. There's no bees in it. There's a bee on this label. There's no bees in it. I could put my ladybug here too. Put a ladybug and a sunflower. That would be a cute little embellishment. What do you think of my ladybug? Do y'all like it? None of my kids are with me today to make videos, so I have to talk to y'all. Or my dog. Let's add some green on this. I always think adding green just really kind of makes it stick out, makes it pop. All right, there's that one. Okay, so I have this one. This is a very similar to the one we just did with the daisies, and I think I'm going to do similar on this one. So let's see. Let me think about what I want my embellishment to be. I think I'm going to save this one for the beehive one over here. So I'm going to put some daisies on it. We'll put some greenery on it. I've got the Bee Happy. I could layer it on that. I could do just like that. This one says Good Vibes. That kind of jumps out on this blue card. I couldn't put it on the other one because the pinks were not the same. They clashed. But I could put it on this one and then do my flowers up here. Do I like that better? Or do I like this better? I think I like this. I like using, that way they will be different. And I'm trying to use up what I got. Yeah, I had a whole paper pad that was these punch apart, I guess. Maybe it's a better way to say it. And I punched them all apart. And now I have a ton of them. And some of them are ones I would never use. So they're in my, like, giveaway pile. Does anybody else have a giveaway pile? Watch this. I'm going to cheat. think I'm going to cheat. We'll see if I get away with cheating or not. Yeah, that looks like one leaf, don't it? I could have done that and done like both sides. One leaf and two sides. Look at that. I'm getting down to leaves that are really too big for this. All right, I'm going to stop right there. Okay, so I have this one. I said I was going to save this for that. We're around the corners. I'll have to pull out my little vacuum cleaner in a minute. My little tabletop vacuum cleaner. I've already been using it today. I also think I'm going to use one of the, I could, ooh. I'm going to be sneaky, y'all. Don't tell. I'm going to be sneaky. And I thought about this earlier when mine wasn't long enough. Just have to line them up. I just haven't used any of these big bees. I don't know. Big bees. What about now I'm going to start humming it. So if you hear me, you're going to be... It's just got so many things on it. Well, I had this yellow. There was a set of flowers that went with it too, that were yellow. And I cut them out. What about some of these hexagons that came out of these? There we go. We'll add one of those there. And I do have a little bee. I have a couple little bees left. Maybe that's what I should do. There we go. Let's add that down here on this other end. There we go. All right, and now we're back to this one. Did y'all come up with any ideas? Oh, I layered that other one on this dark, and I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I mean, the bees have black in it. This is kind of it's not jet black, but it is black or dark. And you can see a little bit of a pattern to it. I think I did better with that one. So do I want to do daisies? This one, the center of it, still clashes. It's too close. Too close. I know what I'm going to do. Some of these, remember I was cutting these flowers out of scrap. Like one layer is, what's the word I'm looking for? Like patched. Because I couldn't get a whole flower patch. I think this was punched from a Christmas card. But look how adding that green in makes the daisies stand out. I just love that. Now, can I put a big bee on it? Or do I need a little bee? I think it's going to need to be a little bee. All right, I'm going to have to figure out something to do with these big ones. But, y'all, this is all 10 cards. We are finished. Okay, so let's make our box now for our cards. And I just pulled out a piece of cardstock. This is from, I think this came from Walmart. I've had it a long time, so I'm kind of trying to use it up. And it had this hexagon type paper in it. So now we need some measurements. And we're gonna do a little math, y'all. Sorry, but we are. See if I can find this a piece of paper to write on. Okay. So making boxes, once I figured out the formula for making boxes, I make them all the time. Like I have little boxes to hold like embellishments and stuff. So, okay. So our cards are, all right, 5.5, hopefully by 4 1/4. Yep, 5.5 by 4 1/4. All right, so I'm very visual. So it's 5.5 by 4 1/4. Now, we want the side to be thick enough to hold the cards. So our cards, and I'm going to do it here at the thickest, is a little over 1/2 inch. I do want it to be kind of tight because I'm going to tie these in. I'm not going to make a lid, so I'm going to do a 1/2 inch. So that means all the way around it, I'm going to have 1/2 inch. Okay, so total wise then, this is going to be 5.5, or sorry, 5 1/4 by, if I add a 1/2 inch and a 1/2 inch, 6.5 inches. Okay, so let's do that. So can I do 6.5 without opening my arm? Yep. All right, so 6.5. Ooh, I got scraps. Y'all, I was almost out of scraps. It kind of got, I was like, I don't know what to do without scraps. By 5 1/4. Yep. Now, we are going to score this a 1/2 inch in. Now, on this scoreboard, you flip this over, and you can close this back if you want to. That way you don't have an open blade, but I put it as far away from me as I can. All right, so I'm going to do a 1/2 inch in, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, now if you wanted to do a lid, you could do it the exact same way. Okay, so I'm done with that. And I'm just going to crease this. And then I'm going to cut. So in the corner, I have this little square. I'm going to cut, for me, I'm going to cut this way. It really doesn't matter as long as you don't cut both ways. Only cut one of them all the way to the intersection of those lines. And I am a math teacher, so. Okay. So now, and I want to fold this up and overlap that little piece. Now, I can overlap it on the outside, but I think it looks neat on the inside. So I'm going to do it on the inside. I just, a little bit of glue here. A little bit of glue. And I can even take one of these small paper clips. Not paper clips, what are those? Clothespins. Usually keep some clothespins on my work area just for things like this. Oh, that one's got a fox on it. Oh well, we can still use it. My last one's kind of it's a chunky clothespin. All right. We'll let that dry just a second and then we'll put it together. All right, so everything is dry. Now, I will say this was the first time I had made a box for a set of cards, and I should have made it just a hair, like an 1/8 of an inch larger on both sides. So what I ended up having to do is I just shaved, like literally shaved a piece off the corners or off the end. And I could do that. It was no problem. But it is a tight fit, but that's fine because this is just like for me to gift it to them in. This is not like a reusable storage box or anything like that. It is just to package my gift in. And I'm going to take some of this twine. This roll of twine came from the Dollar Tree. It's a really good deal. Also, you can do, you know, pick out which card do you want on top. So, like, pick out your favorite one. But I think I want to put this on top because when I show you what it's going with, you'll understand why. So, all right, let's see if I can do this without dumping it out. So, twist. And if it was not going in something else, this is where you would attach like a gift tag. But since mine's going in something else, it already has a card in there that I made from this paper, by the way. I got that first strap a little bit long, but that's okay. Alright, so there it is in the box, all packaged up. And let me show you. So this came from the Dollar General here a while back. They had a good, really nice clearance sale. I did a haul on it. So I bought this. It was originally $3, but it was, I forget how much it was off. It was quite a bit off. So I didn't pay much for it. And then this is a bee-themed candle. So I'm going to put that in here, and then I'm going to put the gift set in here and give it to my person. And I think I'm going to leave it actually like gift it open so they can see what's in it. All right. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. I will have pictures of all the finished cards at the end of the video. See you later.